What's up, you dirt bags? Before I even start, this for educational purposes only. The names haven't been changed to protect the guilty. See, I got three little mini stories for y'all today. So damn, I ain't got my core mix. Fuck. Damn. My motherfucking core mix. What'd you say, Keith? You got some? You said no? Yeah. I got my shit for my lips so they won't be rusty. Cause this just feels like Vaseline. I could put this on my head in a wave cap and it might make something happen. Check this out, y'all. Wait a minute. Check this out, y'all. This is when I was staying on Falling, right? So, I had a dog named Nina. She was a girl. I named her after, y'all probably don't watch stories or nothing, but I named her after Nina on The Young and the Restless because the bitch was scandalous as a motherfucker. So I said, I'm going to name a dog after that bitch. So check this out. Don't you hate when you got a dog and you got to be a little badass kid next door throwing rocks and shit all over your yard trying to hit your dog and shit? And then you go tell the parents and they don't do nothing about it. And you have to take shit into your own hands and handle it yourself. So I asked them one more time. I say, is y'all gonna do something about y'all that little fucker fucking with my dog, man? That ain't no, it wasn't no cheap dog either. Shit, I picked the run on purpose because goddamn me, she got bigger and was the toughest out of the litter. So check this out. We gonna talk to him, boo man. We gonna talk to him. But before they got to talk to the little dude, next thing I know, motherfucker tell me, your sister and Tandy fighting. They fighting Blackie Mo and them next door. We used to call her Blackie Mo, right? So we so deep, our motherfucking family so deep, boy. Them girls and boys was running up out the screen door so fast it wouldn't even shut. So I'm talking about little brothers, little badass sisters, little badass brothers. You know what I'm saying? They running up out that motherfucker. They beat the shit out of Blackie Mo and her daughters. So I knew they weren't gonna cooperate and holler at they little the kid who stayed there. It was Blackie Mo grandson, and it was her daughter's son, and that was out the door right there. They weren't finna talk after that happened, cause shit, my sister Keisha and Tandy and goddamn me my brother Lil Pooh who passed away, and my other brother Corey who passed away. They didn't give a fuck when they was young. They'll bomb on a bitch. They ain't care about nothing. You know how I hop in and out of stories. I got to tell y'all this one since I brought it up about my little brother. My little brother name was Lil Pooh. This nigga was ahead of his time. This nigga was 8 years old, right? He 8 years old at this time. So this lady, she knocked at our door, right? So me and my mama answered the door, and next thing we know, she talking about Lil Pooh ganked me out of $400. We like, what? What the fuck is you talking about? She like, if I don't get my money back, I'm calling the police. We like, what the fuck? You the one gonna go to jail, bitch, because you trying to buy dope from an 8-year-old kid, you dumb hoe. So that's the type of little nigga he was. That I'm gonna come with some heat about him. But anyway, so a couple of months go past and shit. He still hurt. Man, my motherfucking backyard was starting to look like a parking lot with all the motherfucking rocks he was throwing over there. I don't know where he was getting them from. So anyway, I said, I know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I got him. See, he knew that I had my dog on the chain where Nina couldn't get to him, right? So I waited till nighttime, like about 2 or 3 o'clock, and went out in the backyard and had loosened up her chain enough so if he throw a brick at her ass again, she gonna get his ass, right? So it happened to be the same morning about 8 o'clock. I heard motherfuckers screaming and shit. Boo man, come get Nina. Come get Nina. She got the little dude next door head in her mouth and shaking him up. So I waited and shit for a little while because I wanted him to like learn this lesson. So when I got out there, he was in Nina's mouth for real, and Nina had his ass doing cartwheels. I'm talking about was slinging and slanging and fucking him up. So his grandmama say, how did she get over the fence? She usually be chained up enough where she can't. I said, you wanna know who I did it? I loosened it up. Cause I got tired of your motherfucking grandson throwing bricks over here. You see all these motherfucking bricks. So they threatened to call the Humane Society, but I shut that down real quick. I ain't gonna say how, but I did. So anyway. This story right here, it's about this nigga. He's supposed to been the man. How he got on was he burnt up. It was a hit out on the it was a mother, a father, and 2 kids, and the mom and the daddy had a hit out on them, right? So this motherfucker, he catched them in the house and firebombed the motherfucker and was waiting on them to run out so he can chop them down, but they would never run out. So he steady chunking Molotovs up in that bitch. So he ended up cooking their ass. You know what I'm saying? They look like one of them Jimmy's pizza when you leave them in the microwave too long. I mean in the oven too long, and they be black and shit. The people was crisp. He did that shit for 3 birds. I ain't respect that because he killed the kids too. So he's supposed to be the tough guy, right? Now he got a nephew. His nephew coming back and forth to my house, to the house on Kasu or whatever, right? So we happened to lock up or whatever, and cause what I did, because I used to pull weekers in that motherfucker. I'm talking about, man, I'd be in that motherfucker a week straight. Wouldn't even leave out that motherfucker. I was what they say. What's that word? Damn, what's that motherfucking word? Well, anyway, I was doing what I had to do to fulfill what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I had locked up and shit, and then when I come back the next day, the motherfucking game gone, the PlayStation gone, and you know how a motherfucker like a PlayStation inside of a you know, a trap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's to make you kill time and shit, playing the game and shit, or watch cable a little bit or whatever. But really playing the game make the time go past. So when I got in there, the game gone. So it was only a few of us who knew how to get in and out the motherfucker. So we narrowed it down. A motherfucker say he tried to sell it to somebody, right? So this dumb motherfucker had the nerves to come back to the house. So this how we got him, right? We ain't giving a fuck about this motherfucking uncle or whatever, cause he burnt up some kids in the family. Shit, he can get took down like anybody else. And wasn't no motherfucker scared of that, you know what I'm saying? Cause back then anyway, motherfuckers was on that type shit, was, you know, wanted static for real. That's kind of fucked up. We wanted static. Anyway, so he come down. He begging and shit. He thinking we don't know he stole the game. He begging. I'm luring him in, giving him hits and shit. Next thing I know, I told him, I'm like, man, go hit the power on the game and change the channel on the TV. So he up there fiddling with the channels or whatever. So Lil Terry, this nigga creep up and whack out on the side of his mother. I'm talking about laid him flat the fuck out. So immediately we on him like hyenas. We on them like hyenas with some leftover scraps. We on them. Everybody want theirs. We stomping. Bo got him a few in, but I think he started feeling sorry for him and didn't really want to do him wrong. So I didn't care. I wanted mine. So we beat him out the house, and I grabbed his legs and drug him down the steps. And each step he was clunk up, clunk up, clunk up, clunk up, clunk up, going down the steps and shit. So then I pull out the revolver. So I'm clucking him on his motherfucking head. Yeah, back then I used to love pistol whipping motherfuckers. So that's why you always hearing this come out my mouth. Cause I think I was pistol whip champ of the world. I can pistol whip you with the side of the motherfucker. I can pistol whip you with the other side. I got raw with it. I can whip you with the barrel of that motherfucker. I can pistol whip you with the handle of that motherfucker. I'm talking about either way. I can pistol whip the fuck out of a motherfucker, right? So he in the middle on the porch where, you know, it's a little walk down and then it's two steps, concrete steps at the bottom. So That's where I got him at. So I'm going at him. I'm whacking the fuck out of him. And as I'm whacking him, I'm telling him, yeah, and go tell your motherfucking uncle that we don't give a fuck and he gonna pay for that motherfucking game if he love you enough. So he got lucky cause Bo Mama, she had told me to stop. She was like, Boo man, you gonna kill him, stop. You ain't gonna never get your game back. so I went on and let him go and shit. When I let him go, I thought I had really did him because he was bleeding. But that motherfucker, when I let him, boy, that motherfucker ran track. He was out of there. He was like the road runner getting out of there. So look. So word get back to his uncle, what we did and shit. So he want to meet a motherfucker. He want to have a sit down or whatever because he's supposed to be gangster, but he ain't do nothing but burn up a family. That ain't gangster to me. That's some hoe shit. So we go to the little punk ass sit down or whatever, and he like why y'all do my nephew like that? I said, cause he stole my motherfucking game, and I was letting him chill and looking out for his ass, and he stabbed me in the back. So what you want to do about it? Because I know you know what type of nigga your nephew is. So you should have been told motherfuckers don't fuck with him like that. So he like, you right, you know what I'm saying? But he like, still though, he had to go to the hospital and shit. I'm like, that's how it go. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't want him to not go to the hospital. Shit, I pistol whipped him good on purpose. So he's like, how we gonna take care of this? I'm like, no, you gonna take care of it. You gonna give me my motherfucking money for my PlayStation. That's what the fuck you finna do. So I had to bring it in his face. I'm like, and I don't give a fuck if you burn up houses or not, nigga. Who told you that? Who told you that? I ain't burn up no house with kids in it. I ain't do that. I said, you a motherfucking lie, man. Everybody around this motherfucker told me what you did for a couple bricks. You could have hustled up on that, but you wanted to come the fast way. But anyway, he talking about, here go 80 on the game. No, PlayStations do not cost $80. Back then, you coming off with damn near 200 ball for them motherfuckers. I said, I want the whole thing where I can go and get me a brand new one. Even though the power button was fucked up and you had to remember you had to on the CDs on the games and shit, you had to huff on them and stick them in there so they can play and shit. So he gave me a motherfucking he gave me my money and shit. So we ended up jamming and shit, right? So he bought the shit back up to me. He straight said he ain't know that the kids was in there. I said, what you thought they was at the babysitter or something? Motherfucker, you could have had staked it out a little longer and did what you had to do. Or waited till they came out and got both of them, whatever. And I'm like, damn. And the people who put you on the lick, they straight up accepted that you killed kids. I'm like, they ain't shit. So I just wanted to come to the conclusion to let him know that I didn't feel what he did, you know what I'm saying? Because I would have looked at myself in the mirror and felt like a bitch for even fucking with him and ain't expressing how I feel. So we got cool and shit. So him and Mike M-Dub told me every motherfucker who been in that house was up 100 racks, was up 6 figures when they had left. You know what I'm saying? And he like, it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? to go ahead and run this motherfucker to the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I did. But it was just this I don't know how they say it now. A transgender. His name was Muffat, right? Yeah, his name was Muffat. So look, Muffat, he used to go stealing good as a motherfucker at Target and all that. He'd come back with all motherfucking cards with some of them have 500, 1,300, all, you know what I'm saying, all different numbers and shit. And they was good. You can go right on in there motherfucker and spend them good. So this nigga Muffat, he'll find you know, the women geekers, and he'll dress them up good and take them to go. He'll teach them to play, and he'll take them to go, you know what I'm saying, trade shit in to get the cards and shit. So one time we all just sitting at the table talking, right? So I'm like, Muffat, what's your real name? He like, Muffat. I'm like, nah, man, what's your real name for real? He say, Muffat. So he showed me his state ID, and that motherfucker said Muffat Rogers. Yeah, I did. That motherfucker straight said Muffat Rogers. So look. So I said, all right, check this out though. What type of niggas you be pulling and shit? He said, he only fuck with gangster niggas. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I don't think you fuck with gangster niggas. They gotta be a little fruity too. He said, yeah, they fruity, but they don't act like it. You know what I'm saying? So one day he proved it to me. Muffat came in the house. He gotta look like a nigga who'll put something down. He got on his motherfucking dicky suit. You know what I'm saying? He strapped. You know what I'm saying? He was from the bud, but I ain't gonna accept that he was from the bud because my relative and them on there, and I know they wouldn't accepted none of that nonsense. So dude sit down and he grabbed Muffat by his hips and shit and sat him on his lap. He just straight up with this shit. I'm talking about they smooching and shit. They is straight like a couple. I'm talking about a straight couple. And Muffat was like, I told you I don't fuck with nothing but gangsters. They try to hide it, but I bring it out of them. You know what I'm saying? Cause when they be locked up, they know they be messing with dudes, so they don't want to do it. They say it's like Vegas in jail. Whatever you do stays in jail, like Vegas. Whatever you do stays in Vegas. They say that about jail. Shit. So he'll bring it out of their ass. And that wasn't the first one. Then I see he had the nerve to have a blood nigga from Pine Line the same way. He come in beamed up, you know what I'm saying? I knew that one though. I didn't know him, but I seen him through somebody. And I wouldn't have never believed that he was like that, you know what I'm saying? So I had asked him, I say, damn, do you know Sean damn, what was Sean's name? Sean anyway, his name was Sean. I can't think of his last name, but I seen the dude riding with him like he was Sean Muscle, you know what I'm saying? Cause Sean was the brick man in Pine Line. So You know what I'm saying? He had to have some muscle riding around with him because motherfuckers had got the idea of taking this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, dude was straight somebody muscle, and he's sitting up in the living room with Muffat sitting on his lap, and they sitting up there playing with each other and smooching, and just like the first guy. You know what I'm saying? So we all come to the conclusion, you know what I'm saying, when Muffat came back by and said, look, Muffat, you can come all you want to, but you can't be bringing your boyfriends and shit in here. And I know you can't think that you finna come on to somebody in this motherfucker, because that's out. She like, see, got me saying she. He was like, no, Booski, no, it ain't like that, I know. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't with it like that or whatever. So this nigga get to go in his wallet and get to showing some motherfucking pictures and shit. So motherfuckers like, damn, motherfucker, who is this? Your sister or something? He like, nah, that's me. Motherfuckers get to ripping up the motherfuckers get to ripping up the pictures and the shit, because they was lusting on it. Yeah. Talking about hook him up with his sister, and it was Muffat. Motherfuckers mad as motherfucker. Motherfucker like, we know who's sitting down and pissing around this motherfucker. But trip about this, the bathroom in the spot, right? I used to bet people that they can't find out what's missing in the bathroom, right? So motherfuckers would go in there and come out and be like, damn, what the fuck missing out of there? It ain't, everything ain't in there. They could never guess it until I tell them. The tub wasn't in there. Motherfuckers used to come out, damn, what's wrong with that bathroom? It's something up with it. It ain't got everything in there. It just had a sink and a motherfucking toilet in there. It ain't even had a motherfucking tub in that bitch. So anyway, Muffat ended up dying. I think Muffat died from AIDS or whatever, because she wouldn't. You couldn't tell she had it, but she wouldn't take the medicine because she's. Damn, I'm steady saying she. Well, I guess I can. That'll be her last wishes, for a motherfucker to call her she. So he used to get back then. This motherfucker used to get put out of places and shit because he trying to go in the women's bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Because he say he's not a boy. You know what I'm saying? He's straight. He's straight as trying to have his freedom of whatever. I know it's freedom of speech, freedom of I don't know what that's called. But anyway, I guess it's freedom of being a boy or a girl or whatever the fuck you want to be. So I asked him when he was jammed up, I'm like, Muffat, when you jammed up, do you be with on the women's side or the men's side? He's like, hell no, I don't be with the men. I'm a motherfucking a lady. I don't, be on the men's side. I'm like, Muffat, you lying. They just have you in the cell by yourself. So get the fuck on with that bullshit. They ain't putting you in there with no motherfucking women. You might get the bright idea of trying to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he wasn't the type of Fruit Loop that just want to fight a bitch or something. No. He call out niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know how some of them motherfuckers, they be acting like they a bitch so bad to where they'll straight up want to fight a bitch. Quick as a motherfucker, like they ain't no man no more. But Muffat, hell no. This nigga, he let a nigga say something to him wrong that he didn't know. He gonna knock you the fuck out. And you gonna wake up with him sucking your dick. He knocked people out, and when they knocked out, he sucked their dick. Boy, ain't nobody in the house call him out. Shit. I used to tell him, nigga, me and you get into it, I'm popping your faggot ass. he like, he like, boo man, that's why I won't call you out, cause I know you gonna shoot my ass. But anybody else, I'm telling you, I'm gonna knock their ass out and drag them somewhere where we can be by ourselves, and I'm gonna have fun. So anyway, Muffat she ended up dying from AIDS or whatever. But Muffat was a cool ass dude though. I used to straight, jam. We used to jam, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't have no problem with them type of people, long as they don't come to me with it. You know what I'm saying? They can be whatever they want to, long as they feel happy for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they might as well come on out the closet. You know what I'm saying? But when we was little, it wasn't none of that shit. It'll be like a couple brave fags cause fags used to get chased and beat down when we was young. I'm talking about fuck them up. So trip off this so that ended with Muffat. So I'm finna go on to this other one, right? Check this one out. When I was young, I was about 8, about 8 years old or whatever. 8, 9, no. Yeah, about 8, 8.5, going on 9 or some shit like that. I had a partner. I had stayed on Greer where the what they call themselves, tramp. We call them tramp nasty. Yeah, for 39 Ashland and shit. So cause I used to stay on Greer, and I had a couple of relatives who stayed over there. Shit, motherfucker, I had relatives staying over there. Had relatives on the Bud. Man, I was plugged in. So anyway. Hold on, my mouth dry as fuck. So look, I had a partner named Eric, and then I had a partner named over there named Derek too. He stayed a couple houses down from me, and this black ass nigga named Clarence. It seemed like I always had to end up proving myself, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when I hit a certain age, it's time to start, you know what I'm saying, proving myself, because they used to straight be jealous. I used to be like 9 years old. I got a Kango on, goddamn me. I got the Chucks with the motherfucking Playboy sign on them. I got the motherfucking belt with the letters on it that say boo. And I was rocking the shit out of Azad's, and back then you could sport Lees and get away with it. That was the thing you wore. Anyway, so most of the time it used to be off jealousy because, you know what I'm saying, my grandmama made sure that I had got whatever I wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's what it always used to be about. Motherfuckers jealous. So look, this nigga named Derek, right? He used to try to always, the nigga always used to try to joan on me, right? It wasn't nothing to joan on, but I had a hernia in my neighbor, right? So these motherfuckers used to be saying, cut off neighbor, big lips. Cut off neighbor, big lips. But right after that, they getting punked by this nigga named Leaky. And he was their age and he wore a pamper and shit. He couldn't control his pissing and whatever, you know what I'm saying? He was a super retard. One of them motherfuckers, like, back in the day, they didn't know what was wrong with you, but they knew something was wrong with you. You was just a fucking experiment. You know what I'm saying? Back then, they didn't know nothing about, really being crazy and not too crazy. And see, they weren't crack babies then. They was heroin babies, you know what I'm saying, and cocaine babies, you know what I'm saying. So they'd come out shit wrong with them, mostly with they mind and shit. Cause this nigga boy, he was a good 14 years old. He straight riding, he a straight bully, riding around bullying motherfuckers, and he got a pamp on. So Leaky and them used to get on his head. He'd be crying and shit, but he wanna try to get his off on little old me. You know what I'm saying? Because he was older than me, and I wasn't nothing but like, like I said, like 8 or 9, rocking shit like I'm a grown motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Adams and shit. I used to want to work with the grown people. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? And when nobody take my shit though. So look, the black tall nigga I told you his name Clarence. We was this what we was doing. Finna play hide and go seek or some shit. And it was Boy Scout walk out. Boy Scout walk out. And as soon as he did it and got to that empty space, boy, I stepped on his motherfucking finger and Michael Jackson spinned that motherfucker. He had to go to the hospital. So his auntie come knocking at my mama door and shit, at my grandmama door, talking about your grandson hurt my nephew finger. He almost lost the tip of his finger. So my grandmama like, good for his ass. You cause I told my motherfucking grandbaby he ain't finna keep running in her crying, cause your motherfucking 6-foot ass bully ass nephew bullying him around. I tried to bang with him. I couldn't. The nigga was straight about 5'8" or some shit. And I'm like, I know I went over 4 feet. I'm probably like about 3 feet or something, or 3.5, 4 feet, something like that. So that was my kind of get back. I had to get back slick and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I hid from him for about a week. He still got that damn thing on his finger. So I had got a little smart. So I had told my relative and them that it's this nigga on the block. I lied on him. I said he tried to take my bike. He bit me. All type of shit. Man, they came over there. They told his motherfucking ass he was crying like a motherfucker. They whipped out on him with homemade pistols and shit. What they call them motherfuckers, zip guns and shit. And he was scared as a motherfucker. They like, you fuck with our cousin again, nigga. We gonna have to do something to your ass. Now tell your auntie that. So he stopped bullying me, right? So you know how I hold grudges. You know I hold grudges. So one time we at the Mayday parade. I got my little fake Gucci belt. You flip it over and then it turned to Louis Vuitton, and a Charlotte Hornet T-shirt with the cap to match. You know what I'm saying? And some type of shoes that match. I don't really know, but anyway, I seen Dirk, so I'm like, what's up, man? You ain't got no little rap for me. You ain't got a little song for me that you like singing. He like, what you talking about? I'm like, the little song you used to sing when I was little and shit, man. By this time, I had already had, dusted off old boy. Now I'm the bully. You know what I'm saying? I'm the bully. I'm the motherfucker who putting caps in nigga asses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm itching for static. You know what I'm saying? I wanted static every chance I get. I wanted it. So I'm like, I liked that song you used to sing. He's talking about what? I'm like, nigga, the song, the Cut Off Neighbor and Big Lip song. Why don't you go on sing it for me, man? I need to hear it. I miss it. He like, man, I don't remember what you talking about. I said, man, sing that motherfucking song, man. If you don't sing that motherfucking song for me, we gonna beat the shit out of you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He get to saying it. Cut off neighbor, big lips. Cut off neighbor. I said, that ain't right. Say it with like you happy, like you used to when I was little. So he like, why you doing me? Why you fucking with me like that? I say, man, I gotta get you back, man. So go on and sing it so I can feel better. If you sing it right, I'm gonna let you go. As I'm saying that, I see Clarence. He damn near got trampled by a horse running across the street on the other side of the Natural Bridge. The horse going, motherfuckers like, get out the street, get out the street. I really want him, so I'm like, let him go about his business. And so we ran over there trying to get Clarence ass. Man, that nigga was dodging and ducking, and boy, he was probably on palm by the time we would have caught up with his ass. But anyway, I wanted my get back. I hold grudges. But I did make that nigga sing for me. I know he felt like a bitch. That was some old mean metallic shit. I'm talking about singing how you used to. Man, sing that song how you used to when I was little. Because he used to sing it good when we was little. Cut off neighbor, big lips. Cut off neighbor, big lips. He gonna act like he forgot. Nigga, you do not forget when you picked on a motherfucker when you was little. So anyway, going back to the street grill, my partner Erg, this nigga brother, if I'm lying, I get struck down right now. This nigga one time, this was like he'd kick it off like in January. He'd be Mars Day. He'd be Mars Day for like about 3 months. I'm talking about Mars Day like a motherfucker, the hair and everything.